Hi there. Do you ever feel like you're struggling to feel alive? Do you ever feel like wake up feeling tired, feeling like feeling do you ever go to bed wondering like feeling a little empty or unfulfilled? Have you ever felt like you're having a hard time like connecting with yourself, even connecting with yourself, connecting with the people around you? Do you find yourself distracted by your phone, by devices, by other things? Do you find yourself having a hard time even having a conversation with someone or feeling like you know what the purpose of your life is? Okay, so we're going to talk about a couple of those things, a few of those things today. So I'm going to draw a picture for you. Okay, one of the areas that I've seen a lot of people struggle lately is in their connections, having deeper connections, or knowing how to strengthen their connections, or even to even be connected. Some people have detached or disconnected from themselves and other people and are having a hard time getting reconnected. So these connections first with yourself. When you're connected with yourself, then you can connect with other people. But it really does start with you, the connection with yourself. Then connection with your intuition, your gut feeling, your being able to hear that gut feeling, that little voice inside talking to you. Connecting with God, Jesus, whatever your belief system is around your higher power, connecting there, having that, like connecting to something bigger than you, the master creator of the universe, whatever that looks like for you, having a connection there, and connecting with your people. So, your people, your close inner circle, that might be your family, your close friends, people around you that are your people. How close are your relationships there? Sometimes those are the relationships that need the most maintenance, especially in family relationships where they can be more familiar. They tend to bring the most joy and the most pain. So, your people. Okay, that's one area that I'm seeing a lot of people struggling in. Another area is what I call vibrancy. And I actually had to look that up to make sure it was a word, but it felt like a word. So I looked it up and made sure it was a word. um, but it's that feeling of feeling vibrant. So the first thing that I look for in vibrancy with people and with myself is their level of feeling alive, aliveness, if aliveness is a word. So how alive do you feel? How alive do you feel? Do you feel like um, do you have that awareness inside? Do you have that crispness of mind? How alive do you feel? Do you feel more in survival mode, like you're just getting through the day? Or are you actively making decisions based on what you desire? So, aliveness, feeling completely inside our body and feeling aware of ourselves. Okay, that's aliveness. And then another one is feeling present. And I think that I can safely say that this generation, or this at least, especially this last decade, we have needed more of feeling present more than ever before in the history of this earth. That we have more distractions than any other generation or any other time period has ever experienced. That a lot of people really like every in their everyday life have a hard time being present, like present in a conversation without having their phone right there, feeling like they are wherever their feet are, that they're not in the future waiting, like anticipating what's coming or planning for what's coming, or they're not in the past thinking of what just happened, or they're feeling like they actually like they are inside their body. This might sound funny, but sometimes when I have felt really emotionally cluttered up, sometimes I don't feel very grounded. I don't feel like I have felt very ungrounded and felt like I wasn't completely inside me myself. So this feeling of present is something that a lot of people struggle with on the everyday. Another part of vibrancy is vibrancy of mind. And I have noticed that a lot of people struggle with this. I have struggled with this more and more. It's so interesting that this requires more maintenance than it has in the past. At least for me, it has. Um, Knowing what you're thinking and how you're feeling at any given moment. So a lot of people will just say, like, when I'm sincerely asking how they're feeling and they think about it, they're like, I'm fine. Like, I don't know how I'm feeling. Like, fine is like that neutral word that doesn't really mean anything. um, and a lot of people struggle with actually knowing how they're feeling at any given moment. And they're struggling even more with knowing what the thought is that is causing whatever the feeling is. They're feeling numb. A lot of people are walking around feeling numb. They do not feel. Like, you think about numbness in your fingers or numbness in your feet or numbness, like you can't feel it. Um, that's how people are feeling, like in their mind, they're feeling numb. They don't know, they don't have the feeling there. And the kicker is they do have the feeling there, but they're usually so overwhelmed that they don't know what the feeling is because there's so much emotional clutter. We're going to talk about that in another time. We're going to talk about that. A lot of people are so cluttered up that they don't know what they're feeling anymore. When you don't know what you're feeling, you don't know how to feel better. When you don't know what's going on, you can't improve it. You can't make it better. So vibrancy of mind is huge. And what most people think of when they think of vibrancy, I think is vibrancy in your body, and that's super important. Um, how you feel in your body, the energy you feel. Are you able to do the things that you desire to do? Those activities and the things that you desire to do. Can you do those with your body in the state that it's in right now? Okay, so I noticed that when I'm coaching people in these two areas. And as they start to work on these little by little, every little bit helps. Your body is designed to heal all the time. Like, when you get a cut, you're designed to heal. Like, your body goes to work to try to cut that, to try to heal that, right? Um, when you get sick, your body will actually force you to rest so you can heal. um, I've got a daughter home from school today, and she's doing that. Her body is forcing her to rest. So um, so when you work on these two areas, you naturally start to feel better. And that is usually why people make goals. Why people make goals is usually to feel better. If it's a financial goal, it's to feel more relief, more security, more accomplishment, whatever that is. And that makes them feel better. If it's working on a relationship, it's so that they can feel better because that relationship is bothering them. They are feeling bothered by that it isn't in a good place. Maybe it affects their everyday life and it's a big deal. If they're working on their mind or their body, it's to feel better in your mind, feel better in your body. And your mind and your body are super, super connected. Okay, so when you start working on this, the natural response in a lot of people is that then they now have the energy to look at meaningful pursuits. And this is what we desire to create. The like what it like the things that we're passionate about, the things that we feel called to do. That might be a business. That might be something that has nothing to do with bringing in money. It might not have anything to do with that. It is a way that we create something in the world that wasn't there before. And it's my belief that we are children of the master creator. And so we have it wired into us. We feel a lot of joy when we create something, even if it's we're creating a new organization in our closet. So, we're creating order in our silverware drawer. We're creating something that didn't look like that before. It wasn't there before. And so we love this creating. And that's what I desire all of my clients to get to, is to start working on these so that their body can feel relief, their mind can start to feel better and feel relief, and start to heal in every way. They start to heal in every way. When you work on one of these, it rises the tide of all of them. It helps it they're all connected. And so as you work on these, then you can start to create more. If you're already creating but you're feeling stuck, it's usually because you're stuck in one of these areas. And as you declutter emotionally, or as you get unstuck in whatever way it was, then your creations get freed up to be what they really are, to be what they really can be, and you can really fill the measure of your creation. You can really fulfill your potential a lot more when you're freed up to do that, when you feel better. So I'm hoping that I gave you a little bit of stuff to chew on today, that how you can feel more alive and feel better. And if you desire to work with me on this, this is what I teach in my membership. I do it's called Do It Differently. My membership it's a monthly membership, and it's actually starting in November. And I've done a lot of group programs before that were like 3-month programs. And I decided I'm going to do this year round. And I'm super excited about it. So every month we'll focus on one of these things and a tool to help you so that you can emotionally declutter, so you can start to feel better now. And it's instant. You start working on this stuff, you instantly feel better. You instantly feel like you can do the thing that you wanted to do, or that you've been trying to do, and maybe you're having a hard time getting traction on it. So this program is 2 weeks out of the year, or 2 weeks out of the month. The first 2 weeks out of the month, I teach on one of these principles, and then we do some one-on-one coaching, which is my very favorite thing to do in the group. So the reason why that's awesome, well, besides getting coached, is that if you're in the group and you have a similar question, I noticed that I've been doing this for 7+ years now, and people ask a lot of the same questions. And so you are going to hear questions people ask that are very similar to the things that you're struggling with. And so even if you think you're unique and everybody thinks they're unique and they have their own question, you will learn amazing things from things that other people ask, as well as being coached yourself. So the first 2 weeks of the month, we do group coaching, and I teach on this. I teach one of these principles. The third week of the month, I do a Q&A. And so I gather up all of the questions that I've gotten from that last month through email or other ways, and I answer those questions, as many as I can get to in that time. So we do this every month. So this is perfect for you if you're somebody who desires to feel more alive and deepen your connection so that you can create more. If you're already creating and you're feeling stuck and you just need to have some help in these areas so that you can create more, or if you desire to have a little bit more vision in your creating. So there are a lot of people who get a lot of help from just these two areas alone. But the creation piece, that is where a lot of fulfillment comes. And so we are starting that in November. If you desire to join us, there are some bonuses that I'm giving out just for this launch, just for those who join in November. And that is, and I will talk about those bonuses because this is a long video. I'll talk about those bonuses later. And I hope to see you there. I hope that this video has helped you already to know where you desire to feel, like where you can focus on to feel more alive and connected. That is the point. So I will see you soon and hopefully see you in the membership. That would be really fun to have you there. Take care.